Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Money Multiplier Pro with Kim. Today, we're going to talk about the Script Saver Plus program, which is a pharmacy that offers 800 plus medications at zero copay. So join us today and see what it's all about. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Money Multiplier Pro with Kim. Today, my guest is going to be Bill Latz, and we're going to talk about a new Script Saver Plus program that's going to help people with prescription needs and at zero copay. So I want to take a moment and just introduce Bill to the show and thank him for coming on. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Kim. Nice to see you again.
Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. So I was just telling the audience that we're going to be talking about a new program that you have that employers can offer to their employees. It's a new Script Saver program, and we would love to hear more about it. So, a couple of questions I have for you. So, who might benefit from offering this program to their employees?
Well, really, Kim, any employer that would like to enhance their benefit package for their employees, it could be a great fit for. It's a very inexpensive program, and a lot of employers are finding it to be a really nice way to enhance that benefits package to help attract and retain employees.
Yeah, I know. And that's important nowadays because, with health insurance and benefits costing employers so much money, they're finding different ways to be able to offer extra benefits to their employees that are going to be beneficial, that can help cut down on their costs. So maybe you can just give us a brief explanation of how you got into this business, why this started. Did you have any type of, experiences yourself of why you got into this doing this program that would give us some insight as to how this all came about?
Sure, I'd be glad to. Well, to start with, I started my career as a employee benefits broker for a large regional agency. I was the practice leader, and I did that for about 38 years. So I'm very familiar with the what goes on in the benefits world. I'm sympathetic to what benefit brokers have to go with, and more importantly, what the employers have to deal with. The constant rising cost of healthcare has crippled a lot of businesses, and it's an ongoing concern. It was years ago, and it still is today, and I don't see it changing. So you're right. A lot of employers are trying to figure out ways that they can augment or supplement their benefits package in an inexpensive way, but that will also still attract and retain their employees. Most employers are still very concerned about providing a high level of benefits for those employees, but it's getting more and more costly every year. About 9 years ago, I joined a company called, the one I'm with today, it's called Call a Doctor Plus, and we do all virtual healthcare. And that's all we do is virtual care. And so we do things like typically telemedicine, virtual mental health, and so forth. All those types of programs. We do it nationwide, and we do it for all size employers. About a year ago, we learned about this program, and we developed it to be our own plan called Script Saver Plus. And we felt it was a natural mix with all the other virtual healthcare programs that we were promoting and selling, because it's a way that an employer can very easily and very inexpensively add it to their benefits plan to supplement what they're doing today. Or perhaps if they're a smaller employer and they don't have a benefits plan, it's a way for them to give something to their employees for the first time that could be very meaningful. So it was a natural fit for what we were doing already. And I can tell you, quite honestly, it's probably our quickest and fastest growing program of all the programs we sell.
Yeah, I mean, I can relate. I mean, obviously, I do health insurance myself, so I see the pains that the employers are struggling with at the moment. And a good part of what I do is helping small business owners, and being able to offer health insurance to your employees is pretty near impossible for some of them. It's just the cost has been out of control. There's no uh, sense of it slowing down anytime soon. And so now these small employers who want to offer benefits to their employees are looking for programs like this to be able to offer, to at least give them something and help them out. Prescriptions are out of control. I mean, I was talking to one of my clients, and his wife had to take this medication. It was $23,000 for one dose of the medication.
Right.
Now, nobody's going to be able to afford that. So having a program like this that could help offset some of those costs, or help a family who does need to take prescription, or somebody that does take a lot of prescriptions, to be able to save a little bit of money. And the fact that we can offer this to employers, and they can offer to their employees, especially for people that are, on the smaller scale, let's be honest, bigger companies, it's easier for them to have programs that are beneficial to their employees, but small business owners don't have that luxury to be able to do that. So
Exactly.
when I heard about this program, I'm like, this is great. I mean, this is another thing that we can offer to those small business owners that keeps them on the map, right? Keeps those benefits, at least gives them the opportunity to offer things that don't cost them a lot of money at the end of the day. And that's where the challenge is for so many business owners, is that they don't have the funds or the means to be able to offer. And, they can go to down the street, and maybe another employer is offering, X, Y, and Z, and you can't do that. So where are they going to go? They're going to go to that employer. So yeah,
Right.
income, salary is great, but having those benefits is just as important to people. So having,
Agreed.
this opportunity to be able to offer these programs is great. So that would bring me to my next question then. What size employer can offer this program?
Well, we can offer the program to any size employer, really down to 5 eligible employees.
Mhm.
So it's offered as an employer-paid program. So it goes all the way down to 5 employees. If you had special needs and you needed to, there was an employer of 3 or something of that nature, you could talk to me. But generally, our limit is 5. The program really works a little differently for small employers versus larger employers. So let me explain what I mean. A smaller employer, like let's say under 50 employees, they're not mandated to offer benefits. So as you alluded, they're looking for ways to give their employees something that will help protect their family members, right? So our program can be offered to those employees, employer paid. It's very inexpensive. When they get the program, it's for their entire family. So it's not just the employee that gets the plan, it's all the members of the family. So if you have a family of a husband and wife, or you get a family, husband, wife, and 6 kiddos, they're all covered under the plan. In those situations, because they don't have medical insurance that they're providing to their employees, oftentimes they will couple our program, the Script Saver program, with, let's say, maybe a telemedicine program, so that at least those employees could then see a doctor virtually, talk to them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and also be able to get their prescriptions. So it's a nice little bundle that they can give to their employees very inexpensively. But for a larger employer, and even for smaller employers as well, that are offering benefits, their concern is always, Mike, the rates are going up and up and up every year. So how can they offer a plan that's going to reduce those renewals in the future? Well, a larger employer, many times what they're doing is they're offering a medical plan that has a very high deductible. Many times it's what's called a HSA, a health savings account program. Well, the program like that, the employee has to meet their deductible, and it might be $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 or higher before any benefits are covered, which means their prescriptions aren't covered until they hit that deductible level. And that can be very, very difficult for an employer, for an employee rather. So we can offer this program alongside of that medical plan, and it does not jeopardize the credibility of that plan. That way, the employees can still get their prescriptions at no cost, and they don't have to satisfy that large deductible. So, and those claims are therefore not going towards the medical plan, and so it can help reduce future renewals down the road. So it works very well for both small and large employers.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with those HSA plans. You know, people are getting creative nowadays, right? Businesses are getting creative, right? They're saying, well, I'll give you, money and put into an HSA that you can use toward your deductible if you take a higher deductible plan, or you take a plan that costs, really in the long run, it's what costs them less money, right? So
Exactly.
if they can offer that higher deductible plan and then be able to offer this Script Saver Plus plan with it, because the plan does, you're right. It's they have to reach that deductible before they can get their prescriptions covered. And that for some people can be extremely costly. And having the ability to have a program like this that doesn't, can offset some of those out-of-pocket expenses is amazing. And I love that, that we're able to offer a alternative to, having to pay for an expensive medical plan. And, when I speak to my clients, I say, listen, unless you have medical issues, you have things going on, you're not going to reach those deductibles anyway. So being able to take advantage of a plan that they don't have to reach deductibles, that they can take advantage of right away without, having to reach those criteria is extremely important. And so many people, would be benefit from this type of plan. So I'm really happy that, something like this has come about. And when you talk about telemedicine, since COVID, telemedicine has become the mainstream now, right? People don't want to go to the doctor's office. They want to just call up a doctor, get their prescription, have it called in. And this plan would work great with that. The telemedicine is, I don't want to go sit in a doctor's office for 2 hours. I want to go, get on the phone. I got a cold, give me antibiotic, and let's move on. So
exactly.
And this plan would offer those that ability to those people that really like doing that, and especially for the older generation as well, that don't want to leave the house, don't want to be around people, afraid of getting sick and all those things, and any tools that we can give them to help them along in that process I think is a win-win and on all fronts. So well, Bill, I want to thank you so much for coming on today. And talking about the Script Saver program. This is only part 1, so join us for part 2. That'll be coming up, and we'll talk further and see how an employer can implement this into their company. So thank you,
Great.
Bill, for joining us. Have a great day, everybody.
Take care.